Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Dofra and today guys we have a video about Mr. Pontos after buff. Has he become really good now? We'll talk about it, we'll talk about his skills. I'll show you some of the clips I've seen in RTA. He had a very high level, and we talk about Pontos buff, we talk about his stats and how you probably should run him. I don't have a Pontos, and till like the last patch notes I was happy I didn't have a Pontos but now I'm pretty angry. I would have taken one. Anyway, yeah, his base stats pretty good, pretty good. His base HP is really high, his base defense pretty high, his base speed is average, his base attack is not even too bad for a support type unit. Not amazing, but pretty good. Skill 1, as you know, is like every other Sea Emperor. He can just throw back debuffs at the enemy. Whoever you target, he can throw back debuffs. He can throw it back. Skill 2 is silence AoE for 2 turns. This skill I think is overlooked, but skill 2 AoE silence for 2 turns is actually pretty insane. The enemy's AoE cannot use anything else but skill 1. That's pretty insane. Also, this is available every 4 turns on a 2-turn silence. That's pretty good. Now, what's the buff done? Pontos now definitely cleanse and put immunity and invincibility for 2 turns. Invincibility for 2 turns is really big. It's really big. 2-turn invincibility is insane. 2-turn immunity, maybe not the best immunity unit per se, because obviously Vusak can actually put immunity for 3 turns. Velaju can do the same. You can put immunity for 2 turns, but also invincibility for 2 turns. That's a lot. Also, if the allies had some harmful effect on them, the duration of the immunity is going to be increased by 1 turn. So let's say they had 3 turn, 3 debuffs. I'm thinking it gives 5 turn immunity. This skill 3 is gonna be available every 4 turns with skill ups. 2 turn immunity and invincibility every 4 turns. That's insane. Also, he has speed lead, 24% speed lead. Anywhere you use him, you get a 24% speed lead anywhere. So how would I use him? I probably would build him tanky with high resistance. So if he doesn't get CC'd, it doesn't get reset, he can go with this, and that's probably gonna be over. Yes, you can strip that, true, but you can also ban the AoE stripper on the opponent's side and or reset the strippers, you know. But overall, immunity and invincibility for 2 turns is pretty insane. Now here's some videos, some clips about how Pontos is being used in RTA. It gives a lot of protection. Also, if you consider that the 2-turn immunity and invincibility is available every 4 turns, and it's 2 turns, it's insane. It's insane. You also bring a speed lead, which is always good. And also, guys, I think people overlook his skill 2. AoE silence for 2 turns is actually pretty good. Really good. It's pretty insane. Like, that Triton silenced him, and he can't use any skill now, like, unless he uses skill, well, just skill 1, right? You can throw that back though, which is also really good skill 1, because sometimes Okeanos get bombed and Ciara doesn't blow up the bomb, and you can throw that back. Like, Sea Emperor skill 1 is actually pretty decent, because they can throw back debuffs. Obviously they can't throw back sleep, they can throw back stun, because they're stunned, they can't move. But they can throw any debuff back, and that's pretty good, even bombs. Although, like, I feel like Ciara should detonate the bomb in that case, but yeah. So how would I build him? I probably would try to build him on crit damage, as I don't know if he should move first. The problem with him moving first is if he uses skill 3, the enemy can just strip it. If the enemy moves first, he can get CC'd. True. But also, if your allies get stunned, and CC'd, he can cleanse. He has a cleanse, so I don't think he needs to be super fast. He still needs to be fast. I still think it needs to be built on violence, so if he gets CC'd, he can proc out of it. And that's a GG. That proc is gonna be a GG, because if he's built on immunity and the enemy actually uses the strip AoE, once he uses the invincibility for 2 turns, that's probably a GG. So I definitely would build him on violence. Probably would go speed with damage HP or speed HP full tank. I don't know. Actually don't know. I don't have him. I don't have way of testing him. But yeah, I feel like on crit damage, it will bring some extra thing to the table. He has an AoE, so he could do decent damage AoE. He has a single target, which, as we saw on Okeanos, Okeanos is a attack type unit. He has higher base attack. He does really good damage though. So you could build the same way. Yeah. Probably you could build him with artifacts that gives attack, extra attack by speed, by HP, by defense, by attack. Obviously, if you build him on crit damage, it's gonna be that the rune requirement is gonna be higher than if you build him full tank. If you build him full tank, also you could actually try and go high res. If you build him on crit damage, it's gonna be harder. So that's a choice. There is a choice. I don't have him, as I said, so I didn't test him, but I think these are viable way of building him. Also, it's a light unit, so it's not gonna glance. So if you build him on crit damage, you have a damage dealer that can do damage on everybody really. I would say that Violent is definitely the way to go. Violent Will has to be the way to go. And crit damage, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know how much damage he can do, but Valiant Will has to be the best way to go. He's an amazing unit. Honestly, finally they gave him a good buff. I don't know if they broke him. I don't think they broke. I feel like he's really good, but there is a lot of AoE strippers nowadays in RTA, so I think he's fine. I think he's really good though. The silence on skill 2 and the invincibility for 2 turn and immunity for 2 turn is actually pretty good. He saves your team for 2 turn for sure, unless the enemy has strips, right? I think they finally gave him a really good buff, and he always had the silence on skill 2, so that's a really good one. Also, the speed lead, 24 speed lead, is actually pretty insane. Guys, finally the buff Pontos in a good way. I don't have him though, so if you do have him, let me know in the comment below what you think about him. If you're liking the buff, if you think it's a really good buff, if you think it's an okay buff, let me know what you think, and let me know how you have him built. If crit damage is a viable way of going. I'm just theory crafting. I don't have him, so I don't know if crit damage is viable. Let me know in the comment below. Guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have Pontos, and I hope you're happy about the buff you got. It is a really good buff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye everybody. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Bye.